Hey guys, this is Dan Wildcard again for episode number 2, where I interview my intern John, and we go through his trials and tribulations when he's learning game. John, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. So guys, apologies if you get some loud stuff. I'm in a crowded area, so I've got some audio coming in the background. We'll try and scrub out most of it as in post production. So like I said, episode 2 where I'm interviewing my intern. So John, last weekend we talked about opening. Just give us a general overview of how it went.
I had a good weekend. I found some good guys to go out with, and we got a lot of opens in, so it was a success.
Cool. Last weekend we did the call a little late. We did the call Friday evening with John last week. So tonight's actually Thursday. So John went out, we were talking just before the call. John went out Friday and Saturday. Normally he's going to be going out 3 nights a week minimum. So John, why don't you just give me a breakdown of throughout the weekend. You know, normally on a boot camp, guys, we'll break down each night. So we'll do your best set, your worst set, and set you learn the most on. Another thing you can do for you guys moving in the future is if you guys are just doing like a few approaches, like under 10, document each set and journal what went right in the set, what could have gone better in the set, and what are you going to do next time. John, why don't you walk through, give us your best set, your worst set, and the set that you learned the most from, and then if you've got any questions, and we'll just bash this call out.
Well, the first one that comes to mind is the one I learned the most from. I was talking to this girl outside, like end of the night outside the bar, club, that kind of thing. I don't know what it was. And the guy I was with, my wing, was he saw I was kind of doing well, and I guess he noticed that I have a problem when things are going well, just to like go for a close, whether it be a finish, a number or whatever. So she was getting into her Uber. He's like, close, like pointing at her, yelling at me. So I ran up to the Uber. She got in, got her number, put it in my phone. And then when I was going up to the girl after that, my phone app crashed. And since I didn't actually save the number, I lost the number. So I'm always going to save the number, but because I just typed it in and then added contacts.
Yeah.
So this was lost forever.
All right. So a good one.
Yeah.
A good one with this, guys, is if you get her number really quick. Couple things. One, try and save it right away. If it's a real quick and dirty number, I'll do 2 things. I'll be like, hey, I'm just going to type your name in so I'll remember it, and I'll actually text her own name just so I can see it. So it's in your text messages, and so the number is automatically saved. Another thing you can do is if you forget her name, you can text your name, be like, hey, this is John, and hopefully she'll text back her name. Really, it's not the biggest deal. It's something you'll laugh off, and you'll certainly won't make that mistake again. I've definitely made that mistake, 100 times, and you just gotta chalk it up to law of averages. But as you guys will hear, John's one of the issues I had when I first took him on was when we started planning out to do these calls. John's inner game is already really solid. So we probably won't hit on too much of the inner game issues that a lot of guys run into. But you can just hear how John, he wasn't reactive. He wasn't like, oh my God. He didn't get really emotional about it. He didn't like, oh my God, I lost the number and my night is ruined. He was just like, oh, it just happened and that's how it is, right? Because John's already got a really really good foundation already just from working with him a short time. He kind of knows, like, it's Thursday night right now, and we're recording this. He's going out again. He knows there's going to be other girls. So he's going to do fine. So that's pretty much it. So we went through the set you learned the most from. What was your best set?
My best one, I'm glad you asked because that was the one I hit on next, was on Saturday night. This time I was not with, like, pickup wings. I was just with my roommate, which made it a lot harder because there wasn't as much, and this is something I learned as well, was when you go with guys who their intention is to be proactive and talk to girls and you're almost shamed if you don't, then the motivation that you have, everyththing's tilted in your favor. Not only are you not weird for going and talking to girls, as you might seem if you're with just like your home friends or whatever, but you're weird if you don't go talk to them.
Yeah.
So anyways, on Saturday night, really, really attractive girl, like far more attractive than I've ever talked to. Took me like 5 to 10 minutes to kind of like have the courage to do it. And I did it. I approached her. Just my whole approach was just like, go have fun with her, talk, kind of get to know her, try to like just have fun myself as much as possible. And then I would leave for a little bit, talk to other people, and then came back and actually got her number, which I never thought I could have done with this girl because she was so attractive. So that was exciting. She didn't text me back, but just the fact that I, got it was pretty amazing because she was definitely my type.
Cool. We'll probably touch on solidifying numbers in a few weeks from now. Obviously, John's just started with this, so we're really going to work on him building that approach habit before we start getting him really going and trying to solidify some numbers. It's baby steps here, guys. So why don't you give me your worst set, and then we'll kind of set up some goals for the next weekend.
So my worst set was on Friday. It was just one of my first ones, of course, and it was with this girl who's an accountant, and she was not very talkative. She has a very desk job.
Duty-free representative to gate 48B.
And it just, I would say anything, and she would say, yep, okay. It was just nothing. There was no response. There was nothing to play with. So it was just so hard, and the guy I was with was trying to talk to her friend, and so I was kind of just stuck there. All I really did was kind of throw in comments to the other conversation because my friend and her friend were having a fine conversation. It was just really awkward with her trying to, I'm trying really hard to have a fun conversation, and I'm just getting yeah, totally. Or she would fact check me on things that are wrong, but it's not conducive to conversation at all,
Yeah.
So that was hard.
Yeah. So, and there's a key point there. I mean, you stayed in it just because you're winning your buddy, but dude, you're gonna get a portion of these girls are just gonna not be down for whatever reason. She could have gotten laid off that day at work. She could have gotten in a fight with the guy she's dating. She could have broken up with her boyfriend and just not want to talk to anyone and just get drunk. There's a million things that could go on. Obviously, you're winning your buddy, so you just stay in it as long as you can. It's just keeping it when you're winning your buddy. You're not trying to capitalize on it. You're really just trying to win him and kind of move the interaction forward for him. That's a good learning experience. Just know that's normal. It's a completely normal thing to happen. So this weekend, I want you to. So how many girls did you talk to over the entire weekend?
Hey guys, it's John. The audio gets a little bad here. My answer was about 5 to 10 girls, and I'll continue the audio now.
When you were talking to girls, could you quote unquote transition easily?
I could, yeah, I think I kind of could. That's something that I probably need to work on a little bit. But a lot of times I'll go, hey, you're gorgeous, and I'll just ask any interview questions basically, but not in a boring way. And so that's my quote unquote transition. It's just so what do you do? And try to riff off that if I can.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what you should be doing. So guys that are listening to this, you stay on an opener. The transition really came about from guys asking these opinion openers and things like that, where they'd stay on the opener for like 5 minutes. But at the end of the day, transitioning is just about getting the conversation away from, hey, hey, you're gorgeous, I'm talking to you, over to, what are you girls doing here tonight? How do you girls know? What are you girls doing here tonight? How do you girls know each other? What do you do for work? What do you do for fun? And you're really just getting those themes that you can play off. We'll probably in the future do one of these interviews on just a quick and dirty trigger words interview, and we'll run through that. But John, for this coming weekend, I want you to up it to 15. I want you to keep pushing things forward. Yeah, it sounds worse than it is. I want you to up it, and I want you to keep moving the interaction forward. Like you said, I want you to try, and here's a good goal for you. I want you to try and ask for the number with every girl you talk to, whether she blows you out or you talk to her for an hour. So this really
she says like, no, you're like, go away. I'll say what's your number. Like,
yeah,
your number.
just ask her what her number is. Even if she's gonna be like no, and she's always gonna walk away. What this is gonna do for you is this is gonna really show you where that boundary is. That boundary is gonna be like, sometimes you're gonna be like, oh, she's down, and sometimes she's gonna be like, oh, she's not. So yeah, cool. Like I said before, guys, we're doing this for free. If you can, or John, do you have any other questions before we hang up?
I think that's it.
All right, cool.
I think that's it.
So like I said, like and subscribe to this channel, like this video. Check out my website below in the description, and follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And I'll be posting some exclusive content there. Anytime I'm coaching, I'll show you guys. So until next week, have a good one, and talk to you soon, John.
See ya.
Okay, bye.